if you're someone that's on the fence about starting a YouTube channel, give me a few minutes here today and I'm gonna try to convince you that YouTube right now, for someone who's especially over 40, is the most important time to start a channel. What if you were someone who knew how to start a fire better than I can? I would definitely watch that. There's a guy that I watch. He retired. Me and my stepson used to watch him. His name was Luke Nichols, I believe. And he had this channel that he still has called The Outdoor Boys. And The Outdoor Boys is a really cool channel. It's him out in nature. It's him doing things that other people wish they could do. You know, I wish I can do some of the things that he did. Notwithstanding cold, though. I can't stand cold. Hence the reason I'm here starting a fire for you guys. Especially if you're someone that's over 40. I can tell you that I started my channel, my first channel, when I was 35 years old. And I had no clue what I was doing. I was not really proficient with talking in front of people. I didn't know much about, well, I knew enough about technology, but I wasn't an expert in like how to position your videos to get them seen, how to package your content, how to do SEO properly. I was just a novice. I'm 43 now, and there is so much I've learned over the years that I wish I would have done sooner, but you don't know what you don't know. And sometimes it just takes for you to put yourself out there, to press record on your first video, for you to really get into the grit of it and understand just how this world of content creating in YouTube works. One thing that I was told right away was, you need a niche, you need a niche, which I do agree with to a degree. But when you're over 40, you really don't need a niche. And I'm gonna tell you why. Your life is the niche, right? Your life is what people are entertained by. This is what people care about. This is why I've seen a wave of vlogging style coming back more. They have this thing called grandpa style now, where people just sit in front of a camera and talk to you just like this about the things that they've been through, the things that they've learned, things that they wish they wouldn't have done. I would love to go talk to older people. I would go sit at the YMCA and just talk to the older people and just see what their life experience was like. Ask them what are the things they wish they would have done differently, the things that they've learned. And for me, that was very fun. It was enriching for me to just learn this wisdom. You know, you have books that you can go and read that everyone has, you know, they experience their life and they put it all their mistakes, all their wins, all their losses into a book format. Like all the information that you ever want to know is probably somewhere in a book. So I view this YouTube channel as kind of like my vlog, my book, my autobiography, if you will, to my kids and to people who want to know as much as I know. You know, there's the time for gatekeeping content and the time for having paywalls. I think that is ending as of ChatGPT, as of AI, very quickly, because people don't just want information anymore. They want to know who you are. They want to have bonfires with you in the backyard. They want to be with you when you're going through these transitions in your life. And YouTube has been something that has really helped me understand that. Now, later on in this channel, I'm going to get down to, I'll do the screen share. I'll show you what my analytics look like, how to break down the analytics, how to create thumbnails. That's one I'm really excited about doing. But for the most part, I want to keep it nature-based, and I want to just have these conversations with you guys. I want to be able to show the real me, because when I'm in front of a camera and there's a teleprompter or there's bullet points, I just can't be my authentic self. And this is what people are going to like about you. If you decide to start your YouTube channel today, this is what's going to win over the audience in 2026. It's going to be having a real human being with real lived experience, with real knowledge, right? Or wisdom. I have this formula. You know, you have the book knowledge, and then you have the lived experience. And those two together, that equals wisdom. If you have the book knowledge without the lived experience, you're just a bookworm. If you have the lived experience without the book knowledge, you know, you may make more of those mistakes, because, and this is what my other channel took off, because when I was able to bring like a name to the things that they went through, they were like, oh my goodness, I never knew that was a thing. Yeah, it's a thing. These squirrels here, I don't know if you guys have any advice for me. They're just chewing up my internet. I want to have live sessions and live streams, but if you can hear this squirrel chewing this nut right now, they chew my power lines. So I struggle to be able to have like the confidence to have these conversations live and in person on, I guess it's not in person, live chat. But if you guys are coming by the channel, let me know what you want to see. Please, this channel is for you guys. It's to leave my knowledge that I have with you. And if you're trying to grow a business, or if you're someone that may be on the fence about whether people find you interesting or entertaining enough, or if they feel like you're just another one of these people who are out here trying to get attention, I'll tell you, when I first started, man, I was absolutely terrified to be on camera. I still to this day don't often go back and rewatch these videos after I edit them. I kind of like send them off into the universe, because I feel like if I see something that I don't like, or I feel I could have done differently, that I'd probably private the video, and it doesn't help anyone, right? Another reason why you want to start your YouTube channel, especially if you're at least 40 years old, is because you have this credibility that not a lot of people have under the age of 40. I mean, there are these prodigies, people who are just able to just blow your mind and wow you about the information that they have. But for the most part, a lot of it to them is kind of theory, right? Like I was saying before, they don't have the lived experience to make it actually wisdom yet. They may be a prodigy when it comes to like book knowledge or persuasiveness or how to win friends and influence people. But when it comes to people saying, I resonate with that, and I can tell that what you're saying is true because I can see it in your eyes, I still have that same mutual pain or the same mutual imposter syndrome that you have. It's not something that can be replicated very easily under the age of 40. Another benefit of being a content creator over 40 is you have this calmness about yourself, right? There's this innate groundedness about you that other people may trust, right? If you have this sense of just zenness about yourself, you know, first off, the testosterone is starting to lower in your older age, and you're not as gung-ho as you were before. When you have all that spent energy out there, you can really rechannel it when you're older. I used to play basketball a lot, right? And when I was running my mentoring program, I had kids that would just be running circles around me, and they weren't necessarily better than me. They had more speed, more energy, but I would just play wiser, right? I'll get myself into better positions. I'll take better shots. I wouldn't just be out there just shooting, rebound. I would be like, I need to take one quality shot, and it has to be like a calm, centered, zen shot, because I don't want to have to go get that rebound, and I probably won't get it. The last reason why I feel, you know, it'll be wise for you to start a YouTube channel if you're, you know, at least 40 years old is because you give other people permission to share who they are and to follow in your lead. I was confused when I first started YouTube as to why so many people would be on my channel, and they'll literally be trauma dumping, right? They'll literally be talking about their stories, what they've been through, how someone cheated and did X, Y, Z. And I'm like, wow, you're putting that on my channel. And it makes sense to me now. It makes sense to me because it gives them permission to be vulnerable. It gives them actually the courage to connect with you on a level that they don't connect with, you know, very often. When you see someone that's 22 years old and they're talking about, oh, how they have like all these financial woes, it's like, big whoop. But if you're 43 and you have these financial woes and you're like, wow, okay, we're in the same boat. I thought I was the only one that made those financial decisions poorly in the past. But to see that you have the same experience, how can I, you know, connect with you, and how can we help each other? You resonate with your experience resonates with me. So it makes them want to do the same thing. So if I'm telling you, hey, I've done this, I've started channels, I've built multiple channels, and you're the same age as me, you're probably going to be thinking, this is actually a really good time for me to do it. So I want to thank you guys for coming by again. Thank you for supporting the channel. Please feel free to subscribe if you feel like this content is useful, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.